The deep, dark underbelly of reality television.
Underbelly.
Apparently, David has a secret in his closet he wants to talk about today.
Wow.
I'm ashamed.
You should be ashamed.
Shame. I'm ashamed.
Why the heck are you watching reality television? We're supposed to be building a YouTube channel.
Hey, so sometimes when I'm editing, I don't need to look at my audio. I don't have to have audio on.
Yeah, whatever.
My wife makes fun of me because
she should slap you with the taco.
She doesn't
because she's Latina.
So she doesn't like reality TV really, and I have a guilty pleasure. No, she doesn't. She hates it. Now, granted, I will preface by saying I don't like The Bachelor because the idea of 30 women fiending for one guy.
That sounds nice.
No, it's horrible. they make out with each of them like every day.
No.
It's like mono galore, bro.
Mono galore. Ugh.
Ow.
So we have a special episode. My wife sent me this video, and she told me to react to it. So we will see if this changes my opinion on reality.
It should,
TV.
because you shouldn't be watching that.
I mean,
you should know better.
I have no idea what to expect.
Here we go.
I'm done. No, I'm done. Right, yeah, this is where I was like, I'm done filming.
It looks like
he was on the last season.
Kind of what had happened. They didn't tell me she had a panic attack. They didn't tell me anything.
But they knew all.
Yeah, I just almost accepted the abuse and the exploitation because I found.
He's sweating.
I didn't at all expect what actually went down and what happened, which was quite a bit more psychological torture, manipulation, and just basically exploitation, which there was no way to prepare for that.
What are we watching?
Exploitation.
Is it reality television exploitation?
Well, let's see if this is actually exploitation. Cause
That's a pretty gnarly claim to make.
That's a big claim, bro.
All right, let's see.
Oh my gosh.
A lawsuit was the last thing that I wanted. This is the last place I saw myself being when I started this process.
Oh no, not Love is Blind.
I saw this. Yeah, he was in last season.
Every element of your life. You're put in a hotel room and you don't have a key.
What?
You don't have access to water unless you want to drink it out of the faucet or the shower. We're all just sitting there.
What?
Being fed on any kind of regular cadence, but definitely being fed a lot of alcohol. My body was just exhausted.
So these reality TV producers don't let you leave your room. They lock you in there like a jail. You can't drink water unless it's from a shower or a faucet, which is horrible for you. And then they just drown you in alcohol.
This is not your average reality show.
That's a strong way to start.
Sounds like the life.
Jeez.
Dehydrated and hungry.
There's 3 blueberries. Eat them sparingly.
I lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks from the pods in Mexico. And looking at my suit, I had that thing tailored like the week before coming. And
like a perfect fit, right?
Like a perfect fit, yeah.
No, it's like your first suit out of undergrad, right? You just go to Macy's and
pick up whatever's on sale.
We didn't have any autonomy at all. Not only did they take our phones, they took our wallets, they took our IDs, they took our passports.
Jeez.
All in the same instance, without telling us ahead of time this was going to happen.
And we were filming 18 to 20.
Wait. Ooh. So without telling them what was going to happen, they took every form of identification you have.
That does sound like exploitation.
I mean, bro, could you imagine if you were an actor or if you worked for a company and they said, every time you come to work, you have to make sure that you give us your ID, your passport, and everything, and you have no right to anything.
Okay, if you're a man out there and you want to get on Love is Blind, I would highly recommend against it based off what we've seen so far.
I mean, bro, this is making me re-examine my life because I've seen every season of Love is Blind.
What did you like about it, by the way? Why were you watching it in the first place?
They do really good at making you wonder the whole season, are they actually going to get married?
Why don't you just skip to the end?
So I watch Love is Blind or Married at First Sight while I'm working because it's really easy to watch. I don't have to pay full attention.
You knew. And you decided not to be better in that moment and then to deny it and then to hide it.
But, bro, this is wild.
Sounds like an excuse.
The time we weren't being filmed was when the union crews swapped out for a new crew because they had met their maximum. for the day.
You never
What?
see daylight unless you're allowed to use the bathroom, which is a trailer outside. They keep you in the state where you really have no idea how much time has transpired. It's one of those things where, looking back on it, if someone told me it was a month, I might have believed them.
When Danielle and I were in Mexico, she got sick with a stomach issue. They came in with this COVID protocol and gave Danielle a COVID test, which she was negative. And then they said, well, due to protocol, you might still turn positive within the next 24 hours, so we can't film you the rest of the day.
Honestly, I'm so glad that you watched this and not me, because
Well, you watched the first season, bro.
I watched it because you told me it was good, but I
didn't say
regretted
it was good. I said the drama's good.
I hate this. I hate reacting to this. I hate everything about this.
And I hate everything.
They said that they had to exchange crews because they met the maximum for their union, but yet they could work the actual people to death.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like exploitation.
I mean, no reason. They make some of the girls, they make them look like absolute maniacs.
But what's the reason behind it?
Because they're freaking working them to death.
So that it's better televisions because they're more emotionally manipulatable if they're tired.
Everyone is, bro. If you make me exhausted, I look like a freaking turtle that...
Don't be a turtle. Run.
Which was the day of the couples reveal party, which is where all the couples get together for the first time with Nick and Vanessa Lachey, and everybody meets together for the first time. So I went for 2, maybe 3 hours, and when I was finally finished there filming, they brought me back to the room and said to me in the hallway, "You're mic'd, Danielle isn't, so stay close to her. She's sitting on the end of the bed. And when you go in there, talk to her about the couples reveal party." I go in there and I sit down on the end of the bed, and nobody had told me that she had just had a panic attack.
Because I had 3 hours to sit here and not do anything but be in my head. I sat in the closet. I locked the door. I shut this, and I sat in the closet and cried. I
She looks
had to be
exhausted.
here alone by myself.
I told you I didn't
For
have to
hours.
go. Do you believe me? Do you trust me?
I'm not kidding. I don't trust anything right now.
Yeah, this is where I was like, I'm done filming. I threw the mic and was like, we're not filming and we're leaving. It's all manufactured at that point because this isn't a real life situation where I'd go to a party
It's a
without
bubble.
her, come home after she had a panic attack.
The problem I have is with reality TV, which is one thing I've never liked, is that if they say they're filming you 18 hours a day, do you know what that means? They only show maybe 5 minutes of your actual personal life filming each episode. That means they are waiting for the moment for you to break.
Yeah.
They're waiting.
It's good TV.
They're
It's
waiting for that
entertaining.
moment for you to be in absolute turmoil that then they can use you however.
But
they
they're
want.
engineering this on purpose to do that. They're setting up situations to where you are basically locked in a box, and they know eventually psychologically you're going to break, and they're
I
waiting.
mean,
to film
bro,
that.
they don't even give you purified bottled water.
Hey, man.
They just let you drink all day, and you're
Hey, man.
nah, whatever.
And then have a conversation about what happened at the party without talking about the panic attack.
They have a product they're trying to make.
Yep.
A product they're trying to sell. And we are the raw materials that they're crafting to create that product. And there are no regulations or guidelines about how they can treat the raw material to create that final product.
This whole entire experiment is designed to break you down to your most unhealed and most damaged version of yourself.
It's messed up.
So that they can exploit you for free labor, essentially, or labor at $7.14 an hour.
That's below national minimum wage.
Whoa.
$7.50 an hour is a national
They are
minimum
paying
wage.
you $7.14 an hour to be on that.
A lot of people do it though because they know that they'll get exposure on their socials, and they'll get brand deals when they get off the show.
No, well, that's the truth. They all get hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram.
Yeah,
or whatever.
I mean,
but the problem is they can paint you in any way they want. So even if you get a couple 100,000 subscribers, you're known as being that clingy.
I wonder
girl.
what contracts they signed, because it seems to me like the contracts must have been really, really specific to exploit them if this is the case.
Read your contracts. Jeez.
Read your contracts.
You break down the amount of hours and what we made, that's what you make per hour. So a lot of time when I talk about the exploitation, people online through comments, DMs, Reddit threads will say, Well, you signed up for this.
I mean,
so it's difficult in the moment to leave the show when you know that you signed a contract saying that you can be sued for $50,000 in damages. Here, I'll actually read this whole part.
Jeez,
I agree
50 grand?
that $50,000 is a reasonable estimate of the amount of damages producer is likely to suffer in the event of any discontinuation,
How can
considering all of the circumstances
Why did you sign
existing
that?
as of the date of this agreement.
I mean, to be honest, that's
if
partially
you
on
decide
him.
mentally-
Like, if you decided to sign that, you knew full well signing that document that if you wanted to leave the show, that's the cost.
I mean, the best way I can think of this is if you do a marriage contract, right?
Or a prenup.
There is this idea that society's given you of what the expectations are. If you that he was on season 2, I think, season 2 or 3,
Season 2.
and so he probably watched the previous seasons, and they made it look
All
glamorous.
yeah.
You're gonna find the love of your life. You're gonna get all this exposure, all this stuff. But then once you get into the
nitty gritty,
the demon den. Then you are going
demon den.
the demon den. Then you're gonna actually see what they do to you. And again, how do you measure that? $50,000.
All of you single women out there watching this right now, what are your thoughts? I'm just curious.
I'm very curious how this is going to turn out.
I mean, there's women that I know, even in some of our circles, that they all get together and watch reality TV.
Why does your voice sound so high right now?
Because I'm passionate, bro. And we're talking about
I'm so passionate about everything.
Whenever we talk about reality TV, my voice has to go up a whole octave. So, because I mean,
hey, at least you're honest.
I'm very honest.
Can't handle this and you need to go home.
In the back of my mind, I was thinking, this isn't right. Something is wrong here. This doesn't feel like it should be allowed. This doesn't feel like it should be legal. I filed a lawsuit against Kinetic and Netflix on behalf of Love is Blind cast members and Ultimatum cast members in the summer of 2022, alleging that they violated California labor law. The way that these production companies have been getting around labor laws is they have been classifying cast members as contract employees. If an employer does not have control over where they work, how they work, or their means of production, that's a contract laborer. But these production companies control all of that. In fact, they control it far more than any normal employer. And if it's true that we should have been full-time employees, all of a sudden, all of these protections come into play, right? Meal breaks, rest breaks, overtime pay.
Oh, that's
all of
so
these things
evil,
come into
man.
play, all of which were violated. Interestingly enough, while they classified us as contract laborers in the contract, they filed W-2s on our behalf to the IRS. And just to be very clear,
What?
W-2s are only for full-time employees.
Yep, and they're
you
contract.
don't file W-2s for contract laborers. What that means to me, my personal opinion on this, is they either lied to us or they lied to the IRS.
Yep, they're screwed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am calling for a boycott of reality TV.
Yeah, boycott.
I was the person that would watch them.
yeah, it's all your fault. You were a consumer, so it's all your fault.
I didn't know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you never know until it's too late.
But is it too late?
I mean, it's never too late.
It's never too late to fix things.
Ladies and gentlemen,
sounds like a Kelly Clarkson
It is
song.
time for us to stop feeding this machine of horribly taking advantage of people and lying to them, because this isn't just where they signed everything and they agreed to it. They literally said that they were doing things outside of contracts. If someone is being filmed 18 to 20 hours a day, you are not a contract employee. That is full time. And if you're not allowed to have meal breaks, you only see light if you go outside to the portal potty.
Yeah, I mean, comment below boycott, hashtag boycott, if you agree with us.
We need to start a revolution.
Revolution.
Not only for them being misused, but also I'm starting to have some revelation. All right, I'm starting to have a come to God moment.
I heard a sound.
Where this is a very horrible portrayal of relationships. A lot of women that I even know, they kind of base the way that they view relationships based on reality TV. So not only is it very toxic for society, it's painting it as, oh, when you get in conflict, this is how people deal with it. And that's not real life, because the TV show company are showing you what they want you to see. So therefore, they're not actually showing what built up to relationships. They don't show proper conflict resolution. So if you want to be in a good relationship, stop watching reality TV. I'm speaking to myself because I watch reality TV. Isaac, you've watched reality TV. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
What would you do if I was on the next season of Love Is Blind?
I would slap you silly. Now, again, knowing you, you wouldn't mind being on The Bachelor where you have 30 women fiending for
I
you.
mean, that sounds like a dream come true, but deep down,
If I saw you making out with 30 different women, I would slap you so hard, bro.
no, I can't do that.
Exactly. You have morals.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else.
About our classification as full-time employees. Within a week of the lawsuit being filed and some of the media attention going out about it, I had 50 to 60 cast members from all sorts of shows, all reaching out to me and thanking me for pushing this forward. Just the reactions from the cast members that have reached out, they're very, very afraid. A lot of them don't even want to go on anonymously because they feel like the context or the content of an anonymous message would be enough to identify them. I mean, that's the level of fear that exists here. I founded UCAN in April of 2023, and UCAN stands for Unscripted Cast Advocacy Network. UCAN came to be pretty early on after the lawsuit because I realized that the lawsuit was only going to be a piece of the puzzle, and it is a very important piece of the puzzle, but it wasn't going to solve everything we needed to solve.
At the end of the day, dude, Netflix and these corporations are too big. They have the best lawyers in the world. Something like UCAN is good, but if you have the best lawyers in the world, bro, it stops. The only way we can stop this is at an actual individual basis.
You're not gonna solve the problem by getting a foundation like that. The people have to stop watching it.
So for all of you out there that have passionate causes of people or big corporations that destroy human mankind, I want you to channel that into your hatred of reality TV. Right now, 30 minutes ago, or I guess 20 minutes ago, when we started filming this, I was thinking, later tonight I might watch the next episode of Married at First Sight.
If I walk in and see you watching that, I will post it on Instagram and expose you.
See, accountability is very important, ladies and gentlemen. That you have that with your brother of calling each other out. Now, granted, my world has been shooketh, and I can't, in my own conscience, watch reality TV anymore. So we are calling for a boycott.
I just don't really care.
I have never done a boycott. Even though other corporations have done weird stuff like Target in the past, I won't go into that. I still go to Target because I'm a consumer and I want to get my stuff. Reality TV is a whole different animal.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't really care.
I am passionate. I'm a filmmaker, bro. I have my bachelor's in filmmaking. I spent time in filmmaking. I've done acting back in the day.
All right, let me rephrase that.
So I'm very passionate about this.
Let me rephrase it.
You have to stand up for the needy.
It's not that I don't care. I care what's happening to the people on the show, but I don't care about the show itself.
No, that's what I'm saying. Boycott the show so it dies.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just hard, though, because people love watching really messed up stuff.
Because ultimately what we're trying to do is prevent this from happening to other people. I've been good friends with Nick ever since, we first met in the lounge, actually, during production. We just clicked. He decided he wanted in, and he wanted all in.
The UCAN Foundation, it has two parts to it that we're really trying to focus on. One, we're trying to support reality cast TV members during, and post-show with legal services if they need them. On the mental health side, we have a network of over 200 mental health professionals across a number of states that have reached out to join this network. We are going to fight for mental health support before, during, and after production, the way that Kinetic promises it but delivers none of it.
I think that's a good place to end it.
Wow. So what's your takeaway? Are you going to boycott reality TV?
I mean, I don't watch reality TV. The only thing I watched was Love Is Blind because you recommended it.
I didn't recommend it.
Yeah, you did.
I said it's entertaining.
It is so good. I just love watching it.
So this is the problem. Isaac's the salesman. I'm the creative. So he's saying that I out-salesed him.
You just invited me into an experience that was horrible.
But I sold the experience.
You did sell the experience.
So let's use my...
I trusted you.
So apparently, since I have so much influence on him, I'm going to say this to you guys right now. Hear the sound of my voice. It is time to stop feeding into this reality TV of false narratives because I'm going to bring it back even to manhood.
Okay.
This is giving you a toxic representation of what masculinity is. What it makes men look weak because it takes the worst part of them. Now, granted, many of these people are very weak men, and they are not a good representation of what society should be looking in men or women. But what they do is they exploit the worst parts of that and then make you see society in that lens. So therefore, you view men now in that light, and now you hate men for this reason, or you hate women for this reason, but you are basing your ideologies not based on your experience, but based on what you see on TV. And so that's why media is the most powerful outlet in the world, because what it does is it can change any narrative you want to and make it seem like this is real life. This is not real life. They filmed 18 to 20 hours a day and took 5 minutes of that.
They just put
they're like a little ant on the side of the hill just waiting to attack.
They put a magnifying glass on people's weaknesses. That's what they do. They wait until somebody gets to the point of breaking mentally, and then they put a magnifying glass on it and say, oh, this is actually what it looks like.
They don't even give you mental health support.
No.
They don't even have a psychologist.
Because that doesn't sell. It doesn't sell. Why would I give mental health support when I want to see people in their worst state? That's what it's entertaining. That's what people like. It's like what Jordan Peterson said. Why would I watch something before I go to bed that's traumatic, like a war movie? Does that make me feel peace? It's the same thing with emotional manipulation on reality television.
Well, I've heard so many women that I know in my life, that they watch this reality TV and then they're complaining about this guy, or like she's just out of control, or she's a horrible representation of this or that.
It goes both ways, though.
But no, what I'm saying is they're talking about the men and the women in that light. But we are seeing that in that scenario, in the very beginning, Nick didn't even know that Danielle had a panic attack. They wouldn't even express that. And so now us as society, when I was watching that, I was like, yeah, this woman's all over the place. She's unhinged, all this. But now I saw the state that they were having everybody be in. That's chaotic.
I mean, you're an editor, right? So
I'm an editor.
So you know how they edit it.
Yeah, I know exactly how they edit.
Yeah.
The different emotional cues, directing. Hey, so how did it make you feel when this person betrayed you? And then boom, it ignites something, and then they capture whatever ignites on TV.
Yeah, because it sells.
So moral of the story. Boycott reality TV. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for your mind. It's not good for your spirit. And it's not good for us to feed into allowing people to get taken advantage of that, especially by Netflix. So
that's all we got.
That's all we got. See you guys next time. We have other reaction videos right here. Check it out.
Peace.
Peace.